Can we do Great Northern? Fucking oath we can. It's the same as last time. I just googled an extract recipe for Great Northern, and that tells us everything we need to be able to do it. From what I could sort of guesstimate with that recipe, it should come out at about 5%, and we just don't have that. So the recipe says to have the can of extract, some body blender, some hops, and some yeast. But we're going to add in 2 more bags of sugar, and another bag of yeast, and a little bit more hops. Not sure exactly how it's going to taste, but hey, let's just try it out. Boiling hot water, sanitise our can. Can opener's sitting in sanitizer. Tip in the contents of the can. We want to get all of that out, so we fill it up with hot water. Let that soak for a second. All the rest of the hot water in there. Our mixing spoon's sitting in sanitizer. And now we stir all that up. Now that can's fucking hot, so using a tea towel, tip it all in. Clean can. Give it all a big stir to dissolve it. Pour another beer. This Pilsner's darker than my fucking soul. Ooh. Sanitise the bag and tip it in. Give it a big stir. Now do the same with the bags of sugar. 1 and 2. Stir the absolute shit out of it. It's got to be stirred up real well. We don't want any big chunky bits or anything left behind. Now all we're using this for is to mix in. We're going to ferment it in there. But that can't take temperatures above 60 degrees. And that's definitely hotter than 60 degrees. So we'll put some fully sanitised tap water in there. Oh yeah, daddy! And now we tip all of that into there. I've got to do it off camera, so use your imagination. Beautiful. Stir the shit out of it to get it all mixed together. Bash the lid on. Now I'll go check it for leaks. You've seen me do it before. I don't need to do it again on camera. And she seals, so it's good to go. Now for this recipe, we're meant to use 12 grams of hops. We're going to use 22 grams since it's going to have a lot more sugar in it and we want to try and get some flavour into it. We're also going to use these magnets this time to hold the hops outside of the brew, because I don't want them hops to go until about day 4. So we sanitise it and then tie a knot in the bag. Hops are there, magnets there in the knot. Spray some sanitizer on that bag. I don't want to soak it, just, try and sterilise it a little bit. And then hook up the other magnet to it. As you can see, it's held outside of the brew. And when it comes time, I'll simply slide this magnet down. Sanitise our yeast packets and start pitching our yeast in. And the second one. Stir it all in. Lid on nice and tight. Into the fridge with the pressure release valve and the temperature probe hooked up. Set for 20 degrees. It's only at 18.8, but it'll go up. So in 4 days' time, we'll drag those hops down and into the beer. That'll sit in there for another 4 days, and then I'll pretty well be ready to take it out, I reckon. Sweet as. Any other beers that you want brewed up, use that Q&A section, put it in there, and then anyone who sees that one and thinks they want that one as well, just put a like on it. Once it's hit, say, 10 likes, we'll see how that goes. But once it's hit, say, 10 likes, then we'll start thinking about it. Next up is VB though. Real quick update on the Great Northern. So I poured some beer out of the fermenter, using that into there, so that I can check the gravity level on it. And right there you can see it's reading 1008. Well, you guys probably don't know what that means, but I know what it means. I'll probably explain what it means. So I did the same thing yesterday, and it came out with that exact same reading. I've checked it again today, I had the same reading again, which means to stop this fermentation stage. So now it's time to cold crash it. We go to the temperature control unit, hit set, and drop it all the way down to 0. Voila. We're just seeing really quickly where it said at. That's because my temperature control unit I can actually control by Wi-Fi on my phone, so when I'm away at work I can just hit fucking 0 and 0 it all the way down to 0, so it's ready when I get home. Now me being the dumbass that I am, I forgot to check the original gravity level, which is what you need to be able to figure out what the alcohol content is. So, no luck this time, I don't know what it's going to fucking be at, but oh well, we'll just drink it and see. Righto, here's the one I know a lot of you cunts have been waiting for. Great fucking Northern. So here's my one. It's got a nice colour to it actually. Nice and carbonated as well. And we'll leave this one right here, as always. And here we go with the genuine article. Pretty similar. Mine's a lot more hazy, well not a lot more, but a bit more hazier to it, whereas this one's a bit more clear. So they're actually pretty similar. And this is the full strength as well, not the mid strength. We'll taste the original first. It's actually not bad. It's definitely not export, but it's not bad. Now we'll try my one. It's fucking cold. They're actually very similar. This one's a little bit more aroma and more hops to it, so it is a bit stronger, but it's actually fucking close. Yeah, it actually is really fucking close. Now obviously I added a lot more sugar and another pack of yeast to this one. So the percentage on it, I forgot to check the original gravity and then the final gravity reading, so I can't tell you the exact percentage on it. But I know that one night I had two Tooheys News and 8 pints of that, and I was fucking cunted. So it's fucking strong. Wife was not happy when I went to bed and wasn't able to help with the baby. Not fucking happy at all. So yeah, it's fucking strong. All in all, I'd probably actually do this again. I'd probably even do it the exact way the recipe said to do it, to just see how much it really is like the original one. But I do like the strength in it as well, because it's a good party pleaser. So all in all, that's actually a really good win. Cheers, cunts.